it's Kellee Waters from Fit Minds and Bodies, Food Addiction and Obesity Clinic for That's Life Body Blast, Australia's realistic weight loss program. Well, is instant gratification getting in the way of your long-term success? The diet and fitness industry are feeding this drug of instant gratification, instant results, and reward. So, do you have this problem? Because constantly we're guaranteed that we can lose 5 kilos in 1 week. There's always these guarantees also that you'll see results in just 10 minutes a day. We're constantly looking for the quick fix to our issues, the magic wand, the pills, the potions for our issues. What do you want to find that quick fix, that instant result? What happens when you try that next diet? Wishing, hoping that it's going to be the answer, only to find that it's not, that it doesn't work. And so when it doesn't work, you go to the next thing and the next. And so we're brought into this elusive world of needing, wanting to have these results quickly. But to be honest, how many of these quick fixes that you have tried have really worked for you long term? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Your brain actually holds the key to whether you're impulsive or need that instant gratification, or whether you can delay gratification. So in impulsive people, or those needing an instant reward, we know that the emotional center of the brain is more active, and that impulsive people find it really difficult to feel discomfort, stress, anxiety, and they need to dampen and soothe these emotions as quickly as possible and or to feel pleasure. And so as a result, they find substances to do so. Impulsive people also focus on the now. They live for the now, and they cannot focus on the future and delaying their rewards for later to obtain a bigger reward. Also, they're only able to focus their energy in short, sharp bursts. So it's really intense. So it's like running a sprint. So as a result, they get exhausted really quickly. But with impulsive people, what we find is those intense bursts of energy and effort. They want to find the reward for all of that expenditure. And when they don't, then they get despondent. They lose motivation and they basically throw their hands up and they stop all of their efforts. And so that's what causes impulsive people to run, sprint from diet to diet, quick fix to quick fix. But rarely do they ever cross that finishing line. Rarely do they ever achieve their goals long term. And impulsive people also give you some key phrases so you know they're impulsive. Like, what the hell, I've blown it. Or, I've had 2 pieces of chocolate, I might as well eat the whole block. Does this sound like anybody you know? Does this sound like you? Now, when we look at delayed gratification, this is a completely different area. What we do know is that the thinking brain is more active for those with delayed gratification, and they're more future focused. So they're able to better look at their goal and to look at the pathway to achievement. So they're able to decision make, problem solve, and if obstacles come in their way, they're able to adapt and change. Unfortunately, impulsive people aren't really good at doing this. They're not really good at problem solving, and if obstacles come in their way, they actually are pushed off track. And the other thing with delayed gratification people is that they see the future quite clearly, where impulsive people, it's not tangible. And that's part of the reason why they live for the now rather than delaying their rewards till later. So to help you to move from being instantly gratified to delayed, there's a couple of hints and tips. So the first one is to problem solve. Now, to help you to do that, what we need to do is to look at the times when you're vulnerable and to plan for those times better. So I want you to write a list of all the times that you know that you're vulnerable, and then to develop a layered effect of strategies around that. Now I'm going to give you an example. So for instance, at work, you know you get stressed and tired, so by 3:30 you start to get that craving for chocolate, and no matter what you do, you can't stop it. So you go and have chocolate. But it doesn't stop there. What happens is it just continues. And so from the chocolate, you just continue the cycle until you go to bed. So instead what you decide is that you're going to prepare healthy snacks and you're going to take that to work. But the biggest thing you're going to do is to actually develop stress management strategies. So you're going to take 3 breaks a day. And in those 3 breaks, you're going to put in some earphones, go outside and take a walk. And you're going to do some deep breathing. So as you're listening to the music, you've got the change of environment, you're moving. And when you come back, you notice that you feel so much more relaxed. You've gotten rid of a lot of that stress from the day. And you do that 3 times a day. So what happens is you don't have that buildup of stress to the volcano of needing something to soothe you, which is usually the chocolate. You're doing these positive strategies, and then that allows your stress to dampen, and when it heightens again, you dampen it. So that's a positive strategy. Now the other one would be to have 5 times in your day you have an alarm, and when the alarm rings you do 5 deep breaths. Now again, what that does is it helps you to reduce stress, and so already by the time you reach the 3:30, your stress levels are below 50%, where before they used to be 80, 90, 100%. And at the end of the day, you notice that no longer are you ravenous and wanting to eat everything in sight. You notice that at dinner, you just have a normal dinner and you're not having anything after dinner. So dramatically, you have cut down your calorie intake or your food intake. So you have not only taken care of one part of your day, you have taken care of the whole end of your day and improved it dramatically to help you to lose weight, to de-stress. Now the other thing that we need to look at is celebrating. Celebrating daily, looking at the positives, because all too often impulsive people live in the moment, and when they get stressed or something happens because they're sideswiped by other people quite often, is that that's the moment they're going to go, just give me chocolate, give me whatever, to soothe and dampen. So what I want you to do is develop an achievement chart so that every day you're looking at the positives, not the negatives. And when you go and have an event that will sideswipe you, you think about your achievement chart. What have I achieved? And that will help you to stay on track rather than going, what the hell, I've blown it. There's no positives. I'm not getting anywhere. You can actually remember your chart. You can remember everything that you have written on that chart that's positive, how good you're feeling about your journey. And finally, I want you to focus on health, not weight. Because again, impulsive people, if they step on those scales and those scales don't show anything positive, they're going to go, what the hell? Throw their hands up and sabotage themselves. So the idea is to look at a bigger picture to help you to develop that future focus. So it's tangible. So I want you to start looking and measuring things like your mood, your energy, your fitness, your relationships, hobbies, confidence, whatever it is that you want to measure so that you can develop a really tangible picture of your future to help you to achieve that, then that's important. Now finally, remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So I want you to find a pace that you can sustain, slow, steady, and consistent, because people with delayed gratification are able to do a slow, steady, consistent pace. And if something gets in their way, they're able to problem solve and get back on track. And it's important to realize that To achieve your goal long term, it takes commitment, effort, and time. And so forget the sprint. Start focusing on the marathon. And for the first time, you might actually cross that finishing line and achieve your goals. Good luck.